All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yo, what's up, y'all? What's up? Welcome back to another episode of Steer the Ship Podcast. It has been a while, y'all. Welcome back, though. So right now, this is a special show. I got my homegirl chilling with me right now. Introduce yourself.
What's good? It's Kat. I'm pretty sure, y'all don't know me, but I've been on one podcast before, and that was quite some time ago.
Yeah, if you care to go back into the archives, I ain't gonna lie, if you care to go back into the archives, I think you were episode 2.
It was pretty interesting because I talked about visiting Elvis's Graceland in Memphis, Tennessee.
Yeah.
And so that was like episode 2. So that was a long time ago.
That was a long time ago. I mean,
cool.
This is when I had nothing. I just had a fucking what them damn boxes is that you need to, like, you know, plug your mic in and shit like that. I forget the name, but it crossed my mind, but I had to have that. No video, no nothing. It was funny.
That's funny.
chilling at your apartment.
And then I come and he has a mic over here. I'm like, hold up. Oh, he got money. Oh, okay. Like I was telling him like that meme of Quinta. That's her name, right?
Yeah.
When she was in the movie theater and the guy's like, let me get a large popcorn. And she's like, oh, he got money. That was
it took her like about maybe, I don't know how many minutes just to notice. I'm like, yo, I got 3 mics. She was like, oh, we gonna be on the same mic? I'm like, hell no, I got 1, 2, 3.
So happy for him, like, yes.
And there gonna be more mics coming.
Oh yes, there is, definitely.
So anyways, how you been doing? What's up with you? What we gonna talk about tonight?
I mean, let's let the conversation flow. Like, recently, what's been the most recent events? We wanted to talk about the whole Meg The Stallion, Tory Lanez situation.
Yeah, we could start out with that. We could start with that.
So, I don't know what your input on the verdict
Okay,
is.
well, my input on the verdict was I was very stunned because at first I thought the evidence was kind of thrown out on Tory Lanez and whatnot,
Right.
and next you know, everything coming. The whole case was just, to me, I don't really look into, like, you know, celebrity cases like that. Like the last like big case was like Johnny Depp and that chick.
Amber Heard.
Yeah, Amber Heard. I didn't even give a fuck about that because I already knew how toxic that shit was. So dealing with this one though, at first I thought Meg was like kind of like, you know, throwing shade on some of her stories, like that her shit would always be changing up here and there and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is, man. It was just that was crazy.
It was a big controversy because, I mean, just like what we were talking about before we started airing.
Yeah.
You know, we got our crowd, and no offense to the feminists. So we have our feminists that are going to tune in and be like, oh yeah, he shot her and all of this. And that's why me personally, don't label myself as a feminist. I am all for women empowerment and all of that, because I am myself in the sex worker industry, like, so as in OnlyFans, different platforms like that, webcamming, things like that I've dipped into throughout the years. So I'm very big into, you know, empowering other women, not being a hater, things like that, you know. But like feminists are more of like, oh, I hate men and we're equal, and you know, like, and it's just so.
You
like,
think most feminists are like that, or just some of them?
Most.
Okay.
From the things that like I hear when their conversations flow, it's more of like negativity towards men and like kind of downplaying them, and that's the issue like now. So it's like we're never, like, biologically in every single way, I'm sorry if this offends any listeners, like, we are not equal to men. Like, I cannot do, like, I think we're just talking about that.
Yeah.
This man, the job he does alone, his everyday job, is something that I couldn't even physically do. Like, without men, this world would be nothing. It would be chaos. Like, whoever, whatever.
Real talk, the world would be nothing without a man or a woman.
Or a woman, yes.
Exactly.
But this is my input on like the feminism thing. So like, I mean, we can drift off, but
no, because
right.
that's the thing. Feminism is all just about women, this, women, that. And I'm like, no, baby, it's a duality.
Like, who do you think built the house that you're in?
Yeah, man build the houses, but who you think populate the earth?
Exactly, but I mean, it's like we can't ever do the same things that y'all do. Like, we just can't. Like, we're not equal, and whatever woman started that, I just dislike you. I don't know if you're still alive. You're probably not.
I mean, like, but you gotta think about it. Way back when the feminist movement kind of And it was kind of very, like, you can view the world as male chauvinist a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like that. It's fucked up for some women. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day.
Well, I mean, things have not been fair over the years. For example, my mother is an immigrant from Honduras, and she endured a lot of abuse coming from my own grandfather. And I'm comfortable enough to speak on this. My grandfather was a very abusive, just a horrible person. He that's why my family, there was gang violence involved because of my grandfather's actions in Honduras. And he was very abusive towards my mother, and of course, I'm sure you guys can imagine, cops would be called, and the cops would come out and just kind of laugh. Like they're in the middle of what we would call a rancho. Like, you're in the middle of nowhere in the mountains in a third world country. Like, they didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And it's like, you can be getting raped, or I'm sorry if this can't be said on this live. I know it can be said on the on your podcast.
Oh yeah, the podcast.
But I mean, and nobody would do anything about it. So things like that,
that was back in those days.
And my mom, that's why there's times when I would have relationship problems. My mom would tell me in Spanish, "Ya no estamos en Honduras para que nos pisoteen." So in other words, she would say, "We're not back in our home countries anymore. We can work now. We don't need a man. We da 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 da." And it makes me feel good to hear those things from my mother. But at the same time, it's a little bit psychologically fucked up, because both roles play very importantly, both men and women.
Yeah.
And it synchronizes to a certain point, like procreation.
Exactly.
In the Bible, I don't know, whoever, what your beliefs are, be fruitful and multiply, and that's why, I guess other things like homosexuality are deemed bad and all of that, because that's why, how are you going to be fruitful and multiply when you're
doing that
in the same sex?
Exactly.
So that's why that's already written, I don't know. I just
no, it makes sense. It makes sense like that.
You got the lighter?
Yeah, I got the lighter right here in my hand.
We're talking and I just...
Oh, no, like I said,
it's
a flow thing. It's a flow thing on that one. You know what I'm saying?
It's just But
yeah, that's the thing. Is like this. Like, you have to respect each other's roles. A man plays a role and a woman plays a role as well. You know what I'm saying?
And see, and sorry to interrupt, when a woman is put in a position to where she does not have that man present, like me being a single mother, I have to channel my masculine energy a lot. So I have to do things that typically a man would do. I have to play a man's role many times in my life, and I can't do that because I'm not a man.
And that's when the feminism movement kind of rolls in.
And that's where
that
anger would kind of play in. And I would feel anger, but it wouldn't be like a hatred towards men, but I would feel like, oh, that's what makes me put my guard up more, in dating and things like that, but it is unfair when a woman feels as if she has to be channel her masculinity more than her femininity, and that's what hurts us. And I feel like that's what causes a lot of women to be hateful in a sense, but that means that you have a lot of inner healing to do. You have to accept your situation and say, hey, I'm not the only single mother in the world. My daughter's 8 years old, and I've been pretty much single this whole time, you guys. I would have rocky relationships on and off that wouldn't really last, and I always had to play that role. So I'm just I don't feel an anger towards it. It's kind of something that I'm used to. I'm used to it, but I kind of also feel sad that I am used to it. I feel like I shouldn't be, but it's not the norm.
It's natural.
To me, it's not the norm.
But it's natural. It's natural to feel like that.
But I'm not the only one.
Yeah.
So they're around maybe when she was 4 years old. That's when I fell into alcoholism a lot. I was smoking weed a lot, and which people do it all the time, but it was just heavy to where I would get lazy at work, and I just was a different person. And one day I looked up, I woke up, I looked at myself in the mirror, and I'm already white as hell, y'all can see me. I'm half white, so I look at myself, I'm pale, I have dark under eyes, and I'm I'm a mother, this is not you, Kat. And I'm wow, I let that hurt.
How young were you around this time?
I don't remember exactly how old I was. Leah's 8 years old. Okay, so I was 23.
Okay.
And I turned 28 December 26th.
Wow, so you was moving fast.
Yeah,
you was moving fast.
Because I fell into postpartum depression. Me and my father's daughter split when she was only 3 months old. So I was a single mother since she was like a little baby. So like when I see videos or movies of like, them running in the park together, I've never had that experience. That's why my daughter's 8 years old and I don't have another kid, because I'm scared as fuck. I'm scared to have a baby with the wrong person again. So around that time, when like going back to that, when she was like 3 or 4, when I fell into alcoholism hard and I looked at myself, I'm like, this isn't you, that's when I was like, yeah, I can't stop blaming everybody else for my fuck up. Like I'm ruining myself. And my baby daddy used to be a heavy drinker and I hated the taste of beer, Johnny. And I can pound beers, bro. He has seen me. I could drink like a man, y'all. And I'm not saying it because I'm proud, but I can drink a beer and like I'll literally like drink 2 packs.
The only woman I've ever drunk Budweiser with.
I mean, like I'm saying, I hated the.
I don't even drink Budweiser.
Guys, I hated the taste of beer before I met my baby daddy. We would come around all his friends, and that's all they would do. So I'm sitting next to him. I'm like, oh, okay. They'll hand me a beer, and my first taste, it was like, ugh. Like it tasted acidic and gross, and like I became the person that hurt me.
Okay, so you used to like get intoxicated because you was pretty much numbing yourself of the situation.
Correct.
Dealing with having a child and not being able to have a man to take care of you with that child.
Not necessarily because of the absence of the man, is because of the hurt that it brought with like financially, physically. Mentally,
you didn't get the help. You didn't get the help.
As a woman, your body changes a lot after you give birth. So you look at yourself, you don't feel as sexy anymore. You don't like. Before I had my daughter, y'all, I had abs. Like, I mean, I did just get my body done. I'm talking about, but before that, like, I gained a lot of weight. I was drinking a lot. Like, come on, I didn't feel good about myself. Like that caused.
You was enjoying your youth. You was enjoying your youth.
No, because I was ruining myself.
But you were enjoying your youth. That's what I was doing when I was younger. But I don't know. I just smoked a lot. I never really was a heavy drinker until I came out here to Houston. On my second summer in Houston, that's when I became a drinker. And I never drunk and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I mean, I just find it weird how, like, going back to that, like, sometimes we become the ones that hurt us. Like, we pick up the traits of the fucked up shit people do to us. Has that happened to you before, or are you? Because I mean, I'm the type of person that things happen to me, but I'm like, all right, I'm not going to let that change me as a person. I'm still going to have a good heart. I'm not going to be like, oh yeah, because I got robbed, now I'm gonna go rob people.
Oh no, there were times I actually did some shit out of spite. There were actual times I actually did.
Nobody's perfect.
Yeah, there was times I actually done shit out of spite. But the thing about it is, I felt guilty. The guilt will be the thing that like kind of eats at me and shit. And I don't like really feeling guilty on things. I really don't. If I did it, I did it. I fess up to it. But if I did it out of spite and shit like that, like with like bad intentions,
rather than the I don't give a fuck mode, I'm doing it just because of spite. Like,
but you don't let a person control your emotions.
Exactly.
Because if a person controls your emotions, they control you.
Exactly. So that is where I was going with this. Like, I find that if you let the fucked up things people do to you change you as a person, change your heart, and make you or mold you into like maybe an alcoholic or something. And I mean, it's my personal, I'm sorry if I get backlash. Like, I feel like that's a weak trait. You should not let that weaken you. You should be strong and say, hey.
I knew some motherfucking beasts. Some fucking beasts that was like some alcoholics. Like damn.
It's Mike. Oh no, I think it's fine. Yeah, but I mean, that's the thing. Like, there has been times where, certain events would happen in my life, and I'm like, you know what? What if I just start fucking cheating on people? Or what if I, and I just, no, Johnny.
What's the point about cheating on a person?
Like, well, no, it's not different shit.
Yeah. But
I use that one as an example.
Different get backs.
Exactly. I should have worded it that way. So, I mean, when things happen, and especially to women, sometimes we tend to get a little toxic.
Oh, no, y'all, a man thinks logical, a woman thinks emotional. Yeah. And that shit right there is dangerous.
Sometimes.
When you think with your emotions on somebody, you really trying to, like, you're figuratively, you're trying to really put a large dagger in them.
Okay, so one thing that has always stuck with me since I was a child, I forgot exactly who told me this quote, but never make a permanent decision off of a temporary feeling. And that has stuck with me.
Never make a decision off of a temporary feeling.
Never make a permanent decision off of a temporary feeling.
You're right.
So I would feel a certain emotion in the moment, and I'm like, oh, fuck this person. I can do this to hurt them. And then I think about that. I'm like, okay, don't be revengeful, because God don't like ugly, y'all. God don't like ugly, and I'm one of his children. My faith in God is strong. Whenever things happen to me, people do me wrong, it's crazy how it works. It's not even some people have even asked me, do you dip into black magic? Because I don't, and I've talked to you about this subject matter that we can talk about on another podcast, but I've never dipped into black magic. And I'm like, no.
Oh, the day when we can start talking about some voodoo.
Oh, we can.
Yeah, of course.
And
of
we
course.
can.
Of course.
So, and I'm like, no, I'm just God's child, and God listens when his children cry. So you do me wrong, God ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying? Everything that happened with the father of my child shortly after, Johnny, he was in and out of jail a lot for drinking and driving. And I would try to advise him, even though we were arguing a lot, but I would still keep my cool. And I'm like, hey, what if you hit a car with a baby in it? You need to think about that. You have a kid, and you're gonna get in a car intoxicated and possibly kill someone.
So
I didn't respect.
Pretty much he got a ton of DUIs.
A ton, and I just don't.
He ain't got his license. I know that.
I don't respect it. I just feel okay, maybe you fuck up a few times, but when you keep. To me at this point,
when you make it habitual, it's what the fuck, man? Are you trying to help yourself?
Correct. And
are you trying to help yourself?
I feel like it was careless. I didn't like it. I was like, what if you hit an innocent family with a baby? What if you fucking killed someone?
Oh, he's going to jail for life. That's manslaughter. And he's going to jail for life.
It just
vehicle
nails,
manslaughter.
Bad
I think
bitch
that's
problems. My nail just hit the mic, so it made the little click clack click. The ASMR.
You know what that remind me of? One of the what the fuck? That's like ASMR. A mukbang. That's like a mukbang video or something. What she was just doing right there.
I know,
I mean, for real.
I don't know if you're gonna edit that.
Ooh,
party foul. Party foul. Already party fouling, y'all.
But it's cool. It was empty.
Oh, okay.
Somewhat.
Would you be a deer and pass me my beer? Oh, that just rhymed.
I'm not going to beatbox for that because
I'm going to be the next rapper, y'all. What's up? Cat from Houston, Texas. I'm just playing. I'm totally playing. Yo, this mic is kind of low.
All right, pick it up a little bit.
Like this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I ain't trying to,
I
can't afford Johnny shit, you know what I'm saying?
This the bad stand.
Nah, I fucked this up. I ain't gonna be
nah, you girls like this the bad stand. I should have got that one.
I'm I fucked up your shit. I don't know, man. You're gonna have to wait a few weeks.
Oh no. With this one, you good. I gotta buy me a new stand anyways. That motherfucker, it came with the mic at a discount price, and that shit just.
At a discount price.
He had to
throw that in.
I had to, because I'm like, man, this bitch, I hate this mic stand. It's one of my worst mic stands.
I mean, it's working well. So.
Yeah, it's working well. It does what it has to do, but whenever, that shit is out there like that, yeah, that's all that weight.
So I saw a viral video of Tory Lanez. His father was outside of the courthouse, and he was very emotional, and I didn't see fully the clip, so I feel kind of I shouldn't have brought it up, but I saw his emotion, and he was like, this is not over, or something like that. I'm like, man, I bet that hurts.
He's facing how many
23 years?
20. Ooh.
Yeah. Ooh. I believe that's what. I don't know if you want to fact check on your phone.
Damn. I don't want to make a fun of that.
No, don't make fun of it.
I just did. I just did. I'm sorry, man.
Oh, my MacBook isn't connected to your Wi-Fi. Oh, it is. Hold on, wait. So it is. I believe it is 23 years, y'all. But I just, let me fact check.
That's crazy shit, man. I feel bad for that dude right there. But how you was talking about it, Meg, if I have to evaluate her
my Wi-Fi
through her music and shit, I'm thinking okay, you talking how you talk, okay, That nigga shoot you in the foot, and now you crying for like the support and shit.
I mean, she lied. I believe she lied to Gail, and she said we'd never had a sexual relationship.
That was a lie. While they was out there in Miami,
the lie detector determined
in the fucking
that was a
swimming
motherfucking
pool,
lie, y'all. Come on,
hitting like Patron and shit like that. I don't think
they was chilling with Kylie that night.
Yeah,
I was like,
the whole week they were out there.
They was fucking.
Exactly.
I mean, come on. If it was me, I would be fucking.
And Tory Lanez a short nigga, so all she had to say was something about his height to make that nigga just take a gun, lit, and shoot at her feet and say.
I mean, they'll call her the Stallion for nothing each time.
And then pass the gun off to
Kelsey.
Kelsey and pass the gun off to her. Like,
so I wonder. So were her prints on the gun? Do you know?
No, I don't even know whose prints was on the gun.
Oh, okay.
Like I said, I didn't even follow it that much like that.
I feel like we should have did a little bit more research, but
it's a funny topic though to me. It's like, damn, this is fucked.
It is so fucked. Like I did not expect it to be that long. You should check on your phone. Can you?
Yeah.
Like I don't want to say the wrong thing, but from what I remember from scrolling on Instagram, it was like 23 years. It was on Instagram. I think Shade Room or I don't know.
What are we talking about?
Tory Lanez verdict, like how many years he's facing.
Tory Lanez verdict.
Right. Yeah. Some more ASMR. Head ass.
Mukbang shit. I gotta see the video. I don't want to look at the video. Give me the text. No. It's Google. It's Google. This is Google. I'm always on Google. What? Okay, shooting Meg The Stallion. Let me see.
Hold on, man. Johnny need to take a little chill pill.
He's facing 22 years in prison.
22. Okay.
God damn, his sentence is like 20. Oof.
Yeah, it was kind of like outlandish. I'm like, that many years for that shit, like. Bro.
He claimed he shot Dance, bitch. Ooh.
Yeah, Dance, bitch.
That's why I said. Oh,
I'm sorry. Meg The Stallion. No shade. I'm sorry that happened.
Oh man, he gonna get his ass whooped in jail. He going to the pen.
That heater closer, fam.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I'm about to hit that heater on too. That shit was actually pushing out.
What if that shit stops our podcast?
Nah, I think it's not because I actually turned up.
Okay, hold on. Hold this. Hold my beer. Hold my beer.
I'm holding her beer. Get that shit.
I gotta move the titties. ASMR on the titties.
You see, you can move that mic right there. You know what I'm saying? Then you sit down. 3 fucking layers of pants, y'all.
But the results came out fine. Happy.
All right, then. So, what we gonna talk about on that one now? The results came out fine.
So okay.
Adjust that bitch.
Yeah. So I am 2 months post-op. I just got back from Miami. I got a tummy tuck, a BBL, and lipo done, like where they took fat out of my back and put it like into like my ass. So I basically got 3 freaking procedures at once, dude.
Wow.
Like most bitches go and just get a BBL and come back, and I was like, thug life, H-Town. I did all 3.
That's gonna be rough on your body too on the healing though.
So that's why I've been trying to like keep it easy, and I hate that I just got in that freaking fight.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's just lucky that I didn't
don't talk about it.
Anyway.
Don't talk about it.
Anyway, yeah.
All right, so back on the
Cat
BBL.
got them hands. In case anybody wondered.
Back on the BBL.
These hands are E for everybody. Rated E for everybody.
Back on the BBL, the tummy tuck.
Yes.
And the lipo, right?
Uh-huh.
All right, let's back on that. Cool.
So, so this doctor I found her on Google, actually, like kind of just surfing the web. Her name is Dr. Marshall, and she went to School of Medicine of Princeton and Yale, and she has been doing plastic surgery since 1995. I was born in 94, motherfucker.
All right.
So that's my entire life. So I was like, okay, I trust her.
20 plus.
And I was like looking at her before and afters, and she like literally can, like, I was like, she's gonna like, she made me look how I wanted to look. Like,
yeah.
She literally, like, I was like, okay, I like how she makes the butts look like a heart. Like, have you ever seen when a bitch bends down and her ass looks like a heart shape?
Like a peach.
Yeah. Like, that's how she makes it look, like plump at the top, like a little heart shape. And that's what I want. Like, that's so my butt, it hasn't completely dropped yet. So my butt right now.
Yeah, you call it the fluff fairy or something like that?
So the fluff fairy got to come through. That's what her name is. The fluff fairy.
The fluff fairy.
She typically comes
around. That's when
around.
the ass drops, y'all, and it gives it that shape.
So that's when the ass, yeah, he's right in a sense. Not in a sense, you were right. I'm just trying to talk shit, you know. But
you told me this.
So it basically, like right now, my butt is a little bit hard to touch. But on the 3rd month, it's going to drop, and it's going to fluff up, and it's gonna feel like kind of fluffier, like more
jiggle,
natural.
like jiggle like jelly.
I mean, honestly, like
Jello.
Even like with my faja on, like it's a full body corset that I wear, like. With my faja on, like I've tried to twerk in it and I can see my ass move like how it used to. Cause I mean, Johnny's homeboy. I've been on him for I would twerk around him all the time. So like, you know how like a girl can move her one ass cheek and then the other one stays still.
Yeah.
Oh, so you could. I know how to do that.
That's muscle control. That ain't just letting it shake. That's muscle
like,
control.
You gotta know how to like do. Now I'm talking about like catch the rhythm. Like you gotta know how to twerk. You gotta, you know.
So you telling me like in a couple months I'm gonna see it like jiggle,
I've actually
I'm gonna see it like jiggle like I'm gonna see her like on her knee like doing that shit.
No, so like I've tried
gangster.
it. I've tried it. Like I've looked in the mirror and I would like kind of like twist a little bit and I'll move one, like bounce one cheek and then the other one, and I'm like, okay, I still got control in each of my cheeks. So I'm like, at least like it's not fake to the point where it's like you can't move your ass no more. Like
that's tight.
I can at least like be able to move how I moved before and all that. I mean, I'm not gonna probably be able to like put my legs all the way behind my head because of the tummy tuck.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and when I say that, of course,
you better do some yoga and Pilates.
Well, yeah, of course. Like,
it's just funny how I say Pilates.
Pilates. You know, it's such a white thing that he had to add his little like season. Like he had to, like, I'm not gonna say Pilates. It's Pilates, motherfucker. Like you gotta hear me say this.
This is how I say it.
It's how I say it. Y'all motherfuckers in LA that do it every 4 a.m. say Pilates class. I'm gonna go to my spin class.
I'm going to my spin class, yo. I'm going to my spin class, yo.
What was that?
We're gonna be cycling in this bitch.
Do you remember that Kanye workout video?
The workout video. Yeah, like so work funny. It out.
Yeah, like
that shit was like so cheaply made.
It was just so funny. Like I was like, oh my god.
I just like it. That shit was
talking
funny.
about yoga and Pilates that popped up in my head. I was just
because
like,
you were talking about you can't put your
Kanye.
legs. You won't be able to put your legs like past your head and shit like that.
Will,
I said you can,
scared.
but you better do you better do some yoga and Pilates. You better get your body trained in that shit. You hear me?
But I'm not gonna feel like as flexible anymore. I'm gonna be like, what if it hurts?
So
me?
with the body change and everything like that, you even told me back in the day that you're gonna still working out and stuff like that. So with that, by working out, that would actually help you out more. You don't want to sit down, right?
Right. And so that is gonna will help me get to my goals faster, because the main reason why I chose to get my surgery done was due to my lab study. So believe it or not, I have a very high level of testosterone. So
wow.
Yeah, so my estrogen.
And what that mean though? You got high testosterone. I know what that mean though for a woman.
So I don't know. So it can mean different things. It can mean a diagnosis of PCOS, ovarian syndrome. So typically it's whenever
ovarian syndrome.
No. Man, I feel so ignorant for not knowing the exact term.
That's cool, because we actually diving into something that we don't really know about. So
PCOS is what I got diagnosed with. Cystic ovarian something. It's basically whenever you are a little bit overweight, your testosterone level is high, and you have acne. So I get hormonal acne, which breaks out typically around like my chin and like chin area.
Oh, okay.
But I don't.
So basically, it's like you still feeling like the hormonal effects of a teenager.
Right,
really.
right.
Yeah.
And so it's for me to be in my late 20s. I find it like super odd that I still struggle with acne. And I mean, I do well because I have a skincare routine, but the the PCOS is what pretty much like stopped. Like it was a big void in me losing weight. Like I was also on birth control for 6 years straight, and I was on the Nexplanon, which I am currently on now. So it's a implant that
and the birth control definitely enhances that shit.
So they had to scalpel my arm and insert it. I don't know, ladies listening, you know about
Nexplanon. My cousin actually had birth control. When she showed me the device, I was like,
I have it. Like you could touch it in my arm if
I don't want to. I could have seen the device. I'm like, I don't want to.
So like oh, thank you everybody tuning in live. I'm on live right now too, guys, so sorry for the distraction, but
likes this shit.
So where was I going with this? Oh, the PCOS. So my testosterone level is super high, but I find it odd because I mean, I'm not saying, or like I know I'll probably get backlash for this, but my opinion is like I know that I am a woman because I gave birth to a child. Like I feel like those are one of the, I mean, that doesn't mean you're not a woman. Any women out there that cannot have children, I'm very sorry. You know, like maybe you don't want children. Maybe there's women that simply don't want children because that's their choice. But me as a woman, like I know I've given birth. I physically, vaginally gave birth to my daughter. They put her on my chest. I felt like my soul left my body when it happened. If you're a mom, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I don't grow hair in weird places. I don't feel like I have a manly voice. I got titties, obviously. So I'm just like, I'm not a man. Like, why do I have this high level of testosterone? And I would
but that's how it is. It's hormones.
Yeah,
that's like, all it is. And hormones really comes from stress.
And that's what I was going to link it to as well. So the stress, the birth control, my labs being so high in testosterone, I was just not able to lose weight. I would work out, eat right, like Johnny. I was so fucking disciplined, like, and I just lost motivation. Like,
don't you love that shit? Whenever you was at that point where it was like, yeah, I'm at the peak of
Johnny,
of my discipline.
Yes,
and then
but it was discouraging.
Falls.
It was discouraging. I was like, okay, I'm doing everything that I have to do. So if compared, like, okay, if me and Johnny right now, if we say, hey, Johnny, tomorrow we're gonna be on a no carb vegan diet, we're gonna do boxing, we're gonna do the same regimen for 2 months, I promise you, you will fucking lose more weight and look way better and be shredded more than me. Just because of the simple fact that you are a man. Just because of that. Like, it is so much harder for women to lose weight and get to our goals, like, of like appearance. Also, there's like, you know, all these Instagram bitches, there's like so many things that make us feel a certain way. And like, I mean, I didn't get surgery because of social media or because of the, like, you know, the pressure of, you know, oh, like what people may think about me. I did it for me because I was unhappy. Like, I would be at work, like,
that's where it normally comes down to. That's what it normally comes down to. That's because I had made a comment one time about a woman that I used to always watch. She used to do cosplay and shit, and then like, I don't know, her body was good. She didn't need to me, she really didn't need to do body surgery.
That's your opinion, though. Maybe she didn't feel that way.
And that's when I was young. I was young when I did that.
Okay.
And when I look back at it, because I was like, it is her body. I'm not her. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's like the same shit why I do, like, you know, some people cannot do it and they have to do this for themselves. It's like it's a pursuit of happiness thing.
I also found it as an investment because
hell yeah, it's an investment. That's a fucking investment.
I mean, you know, with me.
So since you say it's an investment, what are you planning to do with it?
So I mean, I am going to dip back into OnlyFans and most likely, like, just, you know, like the modeling and stuff. Like, I have like I've linked up with like rappers and my DMs, like, they're telling me like, yo, when you heal, we'll possibly get you in videos. Like, hey, if you need me, what's up? Cat HTX on Instagram.
She's trying to do that. Okay, cool.
KAT.HTX on Instagram. Find me. Yeah. I got you. So, I mean, I'm just like, I wanted to feel better overall, you know.
You make it sound like the birth of a phoenix.
Yes, like, it's like I went through so much, like, after the birth of my daughter with the postpartum depression, and not with just like everything else that I told you about, like the emotional, financial distress. No, like physically, I struggled a lot with that, and it wasn't. I knew I always had the confidence was always there, but I'm just like, oh, there's areas I'd love to improve on, and Like, you know, I would work out and like, you know, all the medical stuff we just went over. Like, that's why I made the decision, and I was like, I got the money to do it. I'm doing this for me, like for myself. So.
And that was a bold step, you know what I'm saying? That's a leap.
Yeah.
To do all that shit.
I've actually had friends like a month before text me, and they're like, you know, like I'm kind of nervous for you. Like, you don't have to go to Miami. And I'm like, motherfucker, I already paid like $10,000. Yeah, I'm going. Ooh. Like, what you mean? Well, no, it was $7,500 for my procedure. $7,500. But with hotel expenses, all of that, I mean, you're gonna spend well over $10K. And then the aftercare, you have to buy the correct fajas. If you do not wear the right garments after your surgery, if you do not have the correct compression, because your epidermis and your muscles separates during lipo, they take the fat out. So those layers are separated. For them to heal back, you gotta have that right compression. Yeah. And if nothing's so basically, it's like you shaping your body. Wobbly, like,
so you're shaping the body because you're healing. Correct. They basically tore the body down.
And that's how women get like fibrosis and like bumps in their stomach and like all of that, because they're not flattening that shit. Like, they're not wearing the right.
So how long are you in this molding process then? Because this is molding pretty much.
So molding, like it's basically like body contouring, and like I do the post lymphatic massages. So I get like a girl comes to my home and she does like wood therapy, where she rolls like wood over my stomach, and it fucking hurts sometimes. And she has like these
that sounds like it hurt. Wood on my stomach.
Okay. Like. Also, guys, this is so fucking cool. Shout out to her. Shout out to Karen. She uses like these 2 cups that are like suction, and she puts them on my butt, and it like sucks the butt. Like it like sucks it up, so it goes up. It like, sucks the butt cheeks. Yeah, it's like molding me. Like after my session,
I just like saying that shit. I'm sorry.
Oh my god, fuck you. I'm over here serious
No, we serious, but you know I gotta do my jabs. You know I gotta throw my jabs in there, bitch. I got to.
Oh my goodness. I'm like, how do these headphones?
Okay, so she come in that shit and use these suctions to like, you know.
And so I'll move to the side and she'll do the side. And like she'll just like, you know, use a roller on the side of my body, and she'll just curve the whole like. Fuck literally, me. I'll take before and after pictures, and in the before pic I look so swollen, and right after I just look fucking like she just shrank my whole body, and my butt is like all the way up here. I'm like, oh my god, that's so fucking crazy how like you can just do that. And the reason why she's able to do that is because my tissue, like everything is like, still healing.
It's healing process.
So if I'm not doing that right now, my body would just look so fucked up later on.
So you really I would have just you're not even out the so pretty much in this investment you're not even out the forest yet.
No. Like,
you see daylight, but you got to get there.
It's a process because the fajas, actually, even the fajas are stages. Yeah. So right after surgery, you have to purchase what's called the stage 1 faja. And the stage 1 faja, that's like not as much compression, considering your body just went through a lot. Mm-hmm. And then you transition onto a stage 2 after a number of weeks. I believe it would be 6 weeks. Don't quote me on that, ladies. Maybe if you know, tune in and drop the correct info. But for me, that's what I was told. That's what I did. I moved on to a stage 2. So it's a lot tighter, and I have like a lot more compression around the waist, and my butt has no compression. Yeah. So it's just molding the fuck out of my body. Like I feel like even when I sit down to eat, that's why I don't even eat full portions, because I feel like disgusted. Like I'll eat like the size of your hand is the size of your stomach. Like, so that's how much you're supposed to eat, you know? So if you have a plate and whatever the fuck you're eating, if it's bigger than your hand, like you just really shouldn't be doing that. You're just doing that out of gluttony at that point, or for pleasure, because it's like you're not gonna be that hungry, fam.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I'm eating for pleasure now.
No, yeah, like you gotta put your hand over your food and be like, this is the size of your stomach, so am I doing too much? Like at this point, you're not eating to nourish your body, you're eating because it's gluttony.
Yeah,
that's a sin, you know. I mean, yeah, whatever. So fuck you.
Nah, it's cool. No. I'm very.
Fuck you in an endearing way, you guys.
Yeah,
anyway.
Yeah. We respect. It said we respect. Fuck you.
I mean, but so I mean, we're all sinners, but we sin differently. So I don't. But
they're like 7 deadly sins. We always talk about it and stuff like that.
Right, but my thing is like I don't want to eat for pleasure, because that's also how I don't want to get fat again. I mean, sorry if it sounds like blunt, but I mean, I wasn't fat, but I mean, I feel like I was
it's funny though, because some people could also compare. I was
kind of, you know,
because, you know, people could also like control their portions of what they eat. I was still
fine though, you know, had that ass and all, but no.
What you gotta do is, like, you know, control your portions of what you eat.
Right, right. And then, I mean,
even if you are, like, you know, healthy and stuff like that and working out, you always gonna have that cheat day. You're gonna have that cheat day.
You're gonna get high one day
and you're gonna eat
bluebell ice cream.
Yeah.
you're gonna
do like what The Rock does.
Like what I do. My guilty pleasure is Frank's Pizza downtown.
Oh, Frank's Pizza.
Oh yes, shout out to Frank's Pizza.
I only think I've been to Frank's.
They don't even sponsor my ass. Why did I just shout y'all out? But you know what? I'm gonna be nice. So yeah.
I guess because we're in Houston.
Yeah, we're in Houston, so I'm gonna do it. But that's like a guilty pleasure. Like I feel like shit when I leave there, but I always love it. I'm like, fuck
because
yeah.
It's pizza. It's pizza. So you know what you eating? Like if you really look at
Burns Barbecue.